What is up, guys? We are here with Samuel. Samuel, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic.
Doing fantastic. We're also here with Jessica.
Sup?
So I don't know when this is going to get uploaded, but at the day of filming this, it's February 14th, Valentine's Day, Love Day. And because of that, I thought we'd have a nice themed podcast on relationships and specifically looking at bad relationships and solving these people's issues. Now, we would have asked our friends, but we don't have any. And so instead, we went to the beautiful place called Yahoo Answers. Now, we're going to be answering some questions from almost all of these came from anonymous people. So unfortunately, our advice probably will not get back to them. But if you find yourself in these similar situations, take our advice. Take our advice with no grains of salt. They are absolute truth. And anything that we say should be taken as almost biblical.
I also think we should preface with the fact that it's doing a podcast instead of something like Valentine's Day related. So we're clearly well versed in the field of love. Because I could be out on like a really nice date with somebody.
Right.
But I'm here doing a podcast that's gonna get like a million views.
That is true. At the time of filming this, it is 6 p.m. So I'd say we're doing pretty well for ourselves collectively as a body of creators.
Oh yeah.
It's also snowing profusely where we live, or where all of us are, I think.
Yeah, it's snowing here too.
So that's pretty crazy. So why don't Sam and Jessica, why don't you guys give me your credentials for answering these people's love problems? You know, for me, my credentials are that I'm a genius and have also been in many relationships that have failed. So I know what not to do. So, Sam, why don't you tell me some of your credentials?
I liked the girl once. I even went as far as to date one.
Day?
Dude, that's crazy.
6 years ago. It's been 6. I like to think of myself as a wife haver. I just know.
Right.
Everything.
Perfect.
Truth is, I don't understand women even a little bit.
Oh, perfect.
Well, I think I tend to give pretty good advice. It's not involving me. So, because you get in the moment. When you're in the moment, you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? But then whenever somebody else is like, when it's happening to somebody else, you're like, dude, just do this. And I'm like, yeah, it's gonna work out. Then it works out, because I'm me. So those are my credentials, I guess.
Nice. So have you ever like set someone up or something, like to a successful relationship?
No. So there's a couple right now that they're like going on. I wasn't the one that set them up. It used to be going very well for them. So they're not spending Valentine's Day together because it's only like the third date. They've only been on like 3 dates in like 2 weeks or something like that. But they're straight chilling though. They straight chilling. Man.
So wait, did you say that you know these people, but you didn't necessarily set them up?
Correct.
Perfect.
I know. Well, I didn't know. I said I didn't set them up, but now I know both of them very well, and I'm able to give both of them some advice.
All right. So we heard from Sam, and it's clear he has some experience in the realm.
I have credentials.
Jessica, I hear that you have spent some time in Europe, actually doing some not necessarily legal emotional therapy on animals. Is that right?
I can neither confirm nor deny any ongoing projects here or abroad in the past or in the future.
Okay.
So
Very big.
So
I thought I was clear.
hypothetically, are they working? Purely hypothetically.
Hypothetically, if one were, I was going to say engage in a relationship, an emotional relationship with an animal, that could be something that might happen and could have positive or negative effects for you and the animal.
Oh. So you're saying that you're working on relationships between humans and animals? Like,
yeah. No, not like the face that you just made. No,
That's hostility.
But you know, other places in the world get a little cray. If we're talking about my actual credentials, you know, not the hypothetical animal relationship ones.
right.
I would like to say that I am probably objectively the smartest person here. So I think that
I own a calculator.
in combination with the fact that I'm a female will give me very good insight into many of these questions.
I can't find my calculator, but I do own one.
I will not believe you until I see it.
That was such a bold blanket statement.
Yeah, well, I want the viewers to know that I will only speak the truth. That was a way for me to establish trust.
No, I got
Maybe
you
not with
for
you
sure.
guys, but like with everybody else, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let's jump in to these questions. First question is from, I have no idea, but it's from a woman that is of an age, probably old enough to be dating.
Probably. All right, sick. Let's hear it.
So the first question reads, would you trust my boyfriend? My boyfriend has had 3 few-day flings with his ex within a year, which equates to him cheating on me 11 times. I forgave him each time, and he swears it'll never happen again, as his ex is now dead to him. I really want to believe he hates her and it won't happen again since he loves me so much and wants to be with me forever. Is it possible people can change? And then it says, updated 4 days ago. Correction, he only cheated on me 10 times, not 11.
That changes it. That changes things.
Changes everything.
So I think from the context of the question, we can tell this person is probably 70 years old.
This actor.
The thing I don't understand is had 3 few-day flings, which equated to 10 separate times of cheating.
I think I don't think that that's like all. I think like she's saying like a few of them were like multiple day things,
Right.
and then there were a few like one like time, like one quick thing. That's what I get from it. But she also could be some like 16-year-old that just like doesn't know how to speak or do math.
Doesn't know how to count. Counting's hard.
7.
So would you trust the dude is the fundamental question. But then we have another question. Is it possible people can change? Do we believe this guy now really hates his ex?
I think it is possible for people to change, but the fact, like, I think it is possible to change. I do also think it has to do with the age of the person. Like, I think that there are some, like, if you're like in your teenage years, I don't think we change like in that way as much as we like to think that we do. But if they're like in their like mid 20s to late 20s, I think it's very possible for somebody to like have a midlife like realization, like, wow, I've done a lot of really bad things. I really want to settle down and like actually commit to it. I think it's hard. I don't think it's easy for someone to change, but I think it's possible. But I would not personally trust this dude like at all. Because he just doesn't like, he sounds like he acts like a 16 or 17-year-old, and he could be like in his late 20s. I don't know, but it sounds kind of like I wouldn't trust him. Like if he was trying to like date a close friend of mine, I would tell her not to trust him.
I think, yeah. I think overwhelmingly, I would say immediately break up with this person and possibly never speak to them again.
Dang.
Dude, they've been dating for like a year, and the dude has cheated on this girl like 10 times. That's like what? That's like once a month. Once a month, he's like, I'm not really feeling this.
They haven't really dated for a year. They've dated 12 times in a year. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's tough. Jessica, any thoughts on this one?
Nothing more really than the two of you have said. He sounds like people can change, yes, but he doesn't sound like he wants to. So I would not suggest anybody go out with him until he proves that he can go more than a couple months without hooking back up with his ex.
All right.
And as the smartest woman on this podcast, I thought you'd have more insight than that.
I'm saving it up for when it really matters.
Right.
Hey.
That was a softball.
Yeah, it was easy. Y'all killed it.
Yeah.
I didn't need to.
I feel like there's nobody on the other side of that argument.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, this one, not necessarily a dating relationship, sounds more like a friendship and some turmoil inside of the friendship. All right, here we go. My friend regularly turns off her phone 4 days at a time without warning. She has been feeling a little down recently, which she has told me, and I have tried to be understanding, but it's very hard to not take her actions personally. I'm very close to blocking her because of this behavior. Her actions is really giving me a lot of stress, and I think it's really inconsiderate and unstable. It's been going on since November of last year. This was written like yesterday. Would you block her if you were me?
Personally, don't see a point in blocking her.
So it looks like this, this girl, there's some type of friends. Not sure how good of friends, but at least enough to, this girl has told the other person that they're feeling down. And now just unwarranted shuts off her phone for days at a time.
I mean, I kind of get like being worried about your friend if they're like feeling down, and then like the vibe I'm getting is like she's worried because like her friend's saying how like down she is, and then she's going off of her phone for like 4 days, and that could mean like something really bad happened to the person. Like like if you care enough about the person and you know that they're like not doing too well, you may be immediately assuming bad things, or like they may have hurt themselves or something happened to them or whatever. So I get that that's pretty inconsiderate, but I don't think it constitutes blocking them. I think if you really care about the person, you wouldn't block them. I don't know. I may have read the situation wrong, but I don't think there's a point in blocking them, because like if they are having a tough time, like you can be the person that helps them whenever they feel good enough to stop to talk to somebody.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
That's good.
I think yeah, blocking feels like an odd move for the situation. Like I get maybe step one, and it might have already been addressed in like the spiel, right? But is, reach out to your friend and like express, hey, I'm worried. I don't really like this behavior that's going on. It's making me feel whatever it's making me feel. And maybe the behavior changes. And if it doesn't, I could see like not reaching out for a while, if that, not in like a mean or like petty way, but just as a, hey, you obviously don't want to be interacting right now. I'm going to wait till you reach out. But then if you block them, then they can't reach out to you. I can see not investing any more energy into that, because it can be stressful and really worrying, especially if nothing's changing. But yeah, no, blocking is just a weird move, I guess.
I think both of you guys have this so wrong.
Oh,
There is literally no way that this girl is turning off her phone for days at a time. This girl just doesn't want to talk to the person writing to the question. Like, who do you know in the last 5 years that has turned off their phones multiple times for days on end? This girl just does not want to be friends with the person.
Okay, but still, like, even if if that's the case, we'll assume that that's the case. What is blocking her gonna do? Like, who's the one reaching out? Does she reach out every 4 days? And it's like, why would she reach out every 4 days if she didn't want a friendship with the person? Nobody does that out of the kindness of their heart.
I think the person asking the question is trying to like text them, right?
Yes.
So they had one moment at some point in time. And she opened up and said, hey, I'm feeling down. It was like...
So which one opened up? The one trying to be friends or the one on the other end?
The one that's like, is turning off her phone. She opens up and she says something to the person. And, this person, the person who is turning off her phone, viewed it as a one-time interaction and was like, I just really needed to get through this moment. And the other person took it way farther. They were like, I think we're going to be best friends now. And to me, it's pretty clear that the person on the other end who is turning off her phone or just not responding for days is just like, doesn't really want anything to do with this person.
Well, then the other person should block her if that's the case. If the other person cares, does not want to be friends with her at all, and she thinks this other girl is taking it too far, then she should block the girl that made this post. But I don't see a point in this girl blocking the other girl. The girl that made the post, there's no point in her blocking the other person, no matter how you slice it up.
Right. But I would say for her, just like stop reaching out.
Oh yeah.
I agree.
No.
But
I agree.
I'm answering the question, should she block her?
Right.
No.
I don't think there's any point.
I agree. So this next question comes from a female college student, which is especially applicable to us because we are all females and all in college.
Yes.
Only one of those things is true, and I think we all know which one it is.
Caleb's not in college.
If you consider online college.
Hey, man. Hey, man. Hey, man. All right. So the title of this is My Professor Asked to Go for Coffee. All right. Let's get into it. I'm taking a film course this semester, and the professor is great. Super knowledgeable, engaging, easy to talk to. He makes lectures enjoyable. This is my first class with him, and it's been going on for 4 weeks now. He's called on me in quite a few times in class, usually without me volunteering. He's teased me a few times, usually when it comes to my unique first name, and the other time when a guy classmate seemed to be flirting with me. I've been to his office hours once to talk about the first exam, and it turned into a whole conversation about the class and why I chose to take it. Then slightly more personal as well, other hobbies, whether I had a boyfriend, etc. I didn't think anything of it at the time, just thought it was normal small talk and a friendly inquiry between two adults. He is in his 40s and married, and I am 21. I replied to someone's post on our discussion forum with my thoughts on the topic and a theory I found and expanded on, and he emailed me about it. To paraphrase, he essentially said that he was intrigued by my response as he'd never heard that particular theory and wanted to discuss the film. He sensed my genuine interest in the class, and he suggested we meet for coffee after class one day at my convenience, but no pressure if my schedule didn't allow. I like him, and I am intrigued by the idea of having a conversation with him in a more informal setting, but I'm wondering if that is his only intention. Thoughts?
Okay, so for me, getting coffee with my teachers is pretty normal here. But I'm also I am a Bible theology student. Mm-hmm. So if I mention something in class or read a book or something and I find a lot of interest in it, it's different. It is different when the teacher asks to get coffee. But I've been asked to go to coffee by a few teachers of mine, and they usually just want to talk about theology or my plans after graduation or stuff like that. I don't know what kind of student she is. I don't know what kind of college she goes to. Here, it's very normal for students and teachers to get coffee.
She said film school. So
it's film school? Okay, so it is weird then, I think.
The vibe.
I missed that small tidbit. For me, it is more normal, but this dude definitely does come off creepy with the calling on in class multiple times, asking if she has a boyfriend, asking her hobbies, sensing her genuine interest in the topic on the discussion board that he's forcing her to do. But I don't know. This guy comes off really creepy, but that's just my experience with teacher and student coffee situations. But this guy comes off as really creepy to me.
I think the thing that is really funny to me is that, okay, this dude's 40 years old and has been an instructor of film classes for, I don't know, probably since he graduated college. So what? Since he was 22, he's been teaching film classes, right? And you're telling me that this dude has never heard this girl's particular theory on film?
Yeah. She's just a genius, dude. I don't know how I can see him in the coffee room, talking to the rest of the guys. She sees things differently, man. I've never heard anything like it. We're getting coffee on Thursday. And they're his coworkers are okay.
Your coworkers are nice.
Nice, dude. All she did was copy
That's
what she read in the textbook.
Jessica, what do you think? Is it genuine interest or serial killer vibes? Or the in-between?
I would like to go for an in-between option, personally. Would not like to accuse this man I don't know yet of murderous intentions. However, yeah,
it could be a
super creepy. What?
I guess it wouldn't be a pedophile at this point.
No, because they're 21 years old. Yeah, no, bad.
Still a bit
very
weird,
bad
though.
Vibes. There's nothing about that makes me comfortable. But hey, maybe she's looking for something like that. I don't know.
It doesn't sound like she is. I don't think she'd be on a Yahoo forum if she wasn't.
She doesn't sound opposed.
I mean,
she just wants to know.
Kind of sound opposed. She does kind of sound opposed.
Oh.
I don't know. It's just like she brought up so many like negatives to like his behavior, and she said like it didn't seem like anything. I don't know. Like maybe it's just my own world lens, like making me think that she has a negative connotation to what she's saying. But I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know. Just because she's not opposed doesn't mean she's looking for it. Like, I don't think that's the right way to go about thinking about it.
I think if she was opposed, she would have never written a question about it. I think she's kind of almost looking for validation on the internet. Like,
dude, you look at things so weird, my guy.
I agree that she's looking for validation on the internet, but I don't know for which way, you know? Like,
yeah.
If she's like, I want people to tell me that, no, this is a good idea.
Yeah.
Or if she's looking for people to be like, or if she even knows. Because sometimes you go into those situations and you're like, I
definitely think she's looking for like, she's like, I want to get to know him. Like, I want to go to the coffee thing because like talking to him could be interesting, but like, should I be careful about my teacher doing something weird?
The last sentence of the thing is, I like him, and I am intrigued by the idea of having a conversation with him in a more informal setting, but I'm wondering if that's his only intention.
Dude, that's like what all girls say about every guy, though. I like him, but
yeah.
Thank you, Jessica.
He didn't bring up anything about this guy's personality.
Yeah, but read the last sentence again. Just read it real quick.
He says, "I like him."
Okay.
And
don't use any emphasis. Just go.
Just straight read it. Okay. I want to make it clear though before I read this in a monotone voice that it does not say "but." It says "and."
Okay.
I like him and am intrigued by the idea of having a conversation with him in a more informal setting, but I'm wondering if that is his only intention.
But I'm wondering if that's his only intention. That is the negative. That sums up all the negative emotions in the post right there.
It also could be positive. It could be like, but I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Are you stupid? Are you dumb?
This goes 21, you know? It's like the 18 of adulthood.
Caleb, you are never to become a professor, ever. I'm genuinely worried.
Listen, it 100% is not the move by the professor guy. Anyway.
Caleb, I'm convinced you're just saying things in hopes that it sounds good. Like, I don't know what you're saying.
About the vibe, bro.
No, 100%. I think I legitimately think that this dude, the teacher, is looking for something. And this girl kind of looks down. Would I advise that they do it? Probably not. It's 20-year age gap.
Question. Is she hot?
I think the follow-up question is how hot is the guy in his 40s?
Not what I was going to ask.
Also, another question. How well is she doing in the class?
Oh, that's true. Well, she is genuinely interested, so she's probably doing well.
That's a great theory.
She makes great points on the discussion posts, so.
All right, you're right. She has an A already.
She has to be doing well. It's also the fourth week.
What would be your advice to this girl?
I'd probably tell her to be careful, like don't meet for coffee in his office. Like meet for coffee in like a coffee shop. But then be aware of the signs. Like if it gets weird, then like obviously stop doing coffee with your professor. But like like, I think it's okay to go. Honestly, I do. But like, meet somewhere public, like, make sure your friends know, and not like the professor's going to kidnap them, but I don't know. Just be very careful about it and like read the signs and like go into it like thinking like actually thinking about like the things that he's saying rather than playing it off like he's some like 20-year-old hitting on another 20-year-old. Like, he's 40 and your professor. I can sit at the table next to them and be like,
perfect.
And I'll tap my pen every time I think he says something that's weird.
I would say that if this girl is interested, then they should meet for coffee. And if this girl is even a little sus, just absolutely stop talking to this person. 100%. Bail out.
Yeah. Trust your instincts. You know, like even if she's asking the question, you get that sense and you're like, this isn't,
and then you go
this
to
doesn't
Yahoo.
feel right. Then you go to Yahoo. Yeah.
Because you know what it is, or what I think it is, since Sam is getting all up on my butt. I think she's already asked all of her friends at school, like, do you think this is okay? And everybody has been absolutely not. You should not do this at all. Like, you need to immediately stop meeting with this person. She's looking for that piece of validation. That's just like
she went to the internet because she knows psychos like you will tell her to go for it.
Hey, I didn't say
backtrack though. You're the one that said to go. Caleb did not.
No, we both said that she should go.
I said to go only if
he's making it sound like she wants a relationship with the guy.
That's true.
Which is very possible. I'm just saying.
I don't think it should go past informal. I think it should stay formal. You can have a formal coffee thing. I don't think it should go past formal though. Or I think it should stay formal. Like, I don't think it should go any I think it should stick to like a professional coffee thing. Like, I don't think it should be an informal, I guess it's not formal, it's like not like a business meeting, but it shouldn't be like intimate, I guess, if that's the right word. You like that coffee? I think we're going to see things differently on pretty much every one of these questions, Caleb. You just don't think right.
Yeah.
When I was 11, I asked Yahoo Answers how to kiss girls, so I don't want to hear it.
Wait, I need to know if that's true. Or if that's just a bit for the internet.
It's not true.
Well, color me disappointed.
All right. This is a good one. This is a good one, I think. Is it wrong that I'm mad at this girl I'm dating for not paying my bills? Okay. I told her that I was in an emergency and my water and electricity was about to be turned off. And she lied to me, said that she didn't have the money as she had to pay for some things for her children and would give it to me in a couple of weeks. She is a saver and really good with money, so I know she has it. She has the money, but is punishing me because I have never spent anything on her in the monetary sense and haven't paid back some money that she gave me before. But I have given her some advice and always would have regular conversations with her when she was going through her divorce, which in my opinion is worth more than money. I even said I will pay her back this time. Did I mention she owns multiple property and before she was made redundant, had an excellent job in HR. I haven't spoken to her in weeks. I really hate her at the moment. Am I wrong to feel this way?
I think that in doing this podcast and giving the internet advice,
right,
they owe us and should now pay for our colleges because of the graciousness and expertise that we are bestowing upon them. So, yeah, be mad.
Yeah.
Advice, just up here in
If-
like value, you know?
If you look at the link in the description, you'll find a link to my Venmo where you can just donate.
We know our viewers are good savers, so we know you have the money.
Dude, what happened to this guy to make him think like how was this dude raised? That
Must have been in a boating accident. That just sounds like something that would have happened to this guy. I don't know what that means, but it just sounds like something that would happen to him.
I love the phrase. I even said I will pay her back this time.
That was the part. Well, whenever you said like, no, I know she has the money because she had a good job and she's really good with money. And it's like, well, maybe she is saving up to like spend money like on her family. Like her kids have needs too. Like it's not just between you and her. And I was really nice to her, so now she owes me. It's like, is that really a healthy mentality to have? Like, you're only going to help somebody if later down the road they're going to help you too. I don't know. This guy seems like a scumbag to me.
I think are they even in like a relationship, or is it
doesn't
just
sound like it?
It sounds like he was like kind of a little bit of a thing while she was getting divorced. Like this does not sound like a serious.
He's the reason they got divorced.
Shoot. He went and asked the husband for money.
He is such a charmer.
I mean, you prefaced it by saying, I'm mad at the girl I'm dating, but ends it with, I haven't spoken to her in weeks.
I mean, I don't think he deserves to. I don't think she's in the wrong.
I mean, personally, in my relationships, I go years without speaking to
them. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. And honestly, those are the times that it goes the best.
Well, I've had
there can't be any conflict if you don't speak.
So.
I've had my phone on. No, according to certain sources, it's impossible for anyone of our age to ever have our phones off. That source being Caleb Hinojosa.
Oh, I was like, what? I have it off all the time.
But for like days
not for days at a time. Not for days at a time.
Not for 4 days.
No, for like an hour or two.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know where this guy. I'm trying to think what his home life must have been like in order for him to get to this point. Like
his mother issues.
Probably.
I mean, I would bet money that when he was a kid, his parents had a lot of money.
Probably enough to buy. He doesn't sound rich.
Multiple people who behave in this manner and did not have a lot of income into their houses when they were younger.
It came from nothing to nothing, man. That's all I'm saying.
Nothing to nothing. And somehow they still felt incredibly entitled. And I don't know what that's about.
I mean, he's clearly had a pipeline before. Just pumping him money before. Like somebody.
So what I'm thinking, sugar mama. And that shaped his idea of relationships. But then when
so you're saying he's had a sugar mama in the past, not that this is the sugar mama?
No, in the past. And so now he thinks that's how, like when he was like, young. Because I get a little bit of an older vibe, not like old, but like whatever.
Well, yeah, old enough for the other person to have a kid.
Right. And now he doesn't know how to function as an adult because he's not young and, attractive to the cougars anymore. So final answer.
To say I'm jealous of this man is an understatement.
All right. So here's a question about kids. Interested to hear y'all's thoughts on it. So my boyfriend, 28 years old, and I, 25 years old, were recently looking at apartments because he got a new job. When determining if we'd prefer a 1 or 2 bedroom, I said, for me, it depends on how long we were staying, because honestly, if we would be staying in the same place for a few years, I would want a 2 bedroom so we can start discussing kids. His immediate response was, we aren't discussing that until your finances are in check. And I kind of just froze. We've been together 4 years, and I know babies aren't cheap. I'm not naive, but I do want that eventually. And I know many people who had debt and still were able to raise a family. I'm not looking to start a family within like a year, but within the next 3 to 5. I'd like to start working on that. And the fact he won't even talk to me about it, it just really rubs me the wrong way, but I can't really explain why I feel this way. Am I overreacting? I mean, I know kids cost money, a family costs money, but I want to at least have a conversation about it. Thoughts?
So they're boyfriend, girlfriend, correct?
I believe so.
Okay. That does slightly change things. Because if they were like married, then like when you're married, your finances, like one person's finances become both of your finances. So for him to turn to her and be like, once you get your finances in check, we can have kids. So it sounds like he's kind of like, I want to make sure, like, if we're going to have kids, I want to make sure you're financially stable so I can bounce out whenever I want. Like, that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting a little bit. It's like, if you are financially stable, I won't feel so bad leaving you when you have kids. And that's why he doesn't want to have the conversation right now.
Dang.
That's just the vibe I'm getting, but it also could just be like like maybe he's coming up with excuses to not want to have kids. I think it's important to have that like discussion, like especially at that age, because like she said she wanted to start a family in 3 to 5 years. Like in 3 to 5 years, she'll be like in her late 20s, early 30s. So like that would be like the ideal time for someone to be starting a family. Not ideal time. Like I know people start families later, but like if they're going to be thinking about like marriage and like families and stuff, that like has to be a discussion. And that leads me to wonder, are there other areas of their like relationship where they aren't having any discussion? I don't know. That's my thought.
I think it's generous of you, Sam, to say that he is looking for an excuse to leave after the baby is born.
I'm going to give the guy the benefit of the doubt.
If this girl had like $1 million in the bank account right now, there would be another reason or another thing she had to do before they started having a discussion about kids. I would give it a 25% chance that this dude's in it for the long haul.
Honestly, that's more generous than I would have gone. I don't know. I figured it'd be like he would bounce like as soon as he found out she was pregnant. Like peace.
No, I think it is, to be fair,
That's assuming a lot, but
it is interesting. Well, there's not a lot of context here. So you kind of just have to.
Yeah.
Now it is interesting that they're looking at apartments because he got a new job. So that gives you some form of committal vibes.
I mean,
But is she also paying? It almost sounds like he's just the one paying for the apartment because, you know, he got a better job. So now they're going to get a better apartment.
That's true.
Hmm.
So is she investing any money in this stuff as well? Are they like?
It does not say if she has a job or not.
I feel like apartments aren't super long term though, man. Like that's almost a way of like half committing. It's like, yeah, I want to live with you so that we can do stuff together. I mean, I guess you don't have to live together to do that, but
Dude, they've been dating for 4 years.
yeah, but now it will be. I don't know.
They're just now getting around to it. The follow-up question I would ask this girl is, whose idea was it to look at apartments together?
Are they actually looking at apartments together too, or was he just like, I'm getting a new apartment? And she's like, okay, I'll come with you while you pick them out. You know, I don't know.
She says when determining if we'd prefer a 1 or 2 bedroom.
Yeah, but girls say stuff
That's true.
where they're over give too much value to things, I think is what I'm trying to say.
That's true. And that's coming from a resident women expert.
That's true. Yes. I am the expert.
I would say if this guy didn't expressly say, hey, we should look at apartments together so we can live together, or if it was your idea to say, let's go look for new apartments for you because you just got a new job, I would start bracing for impact.
Overall, if this is a serious relationship, then yes, you should be frustrated, and because he should be talking about these things with you. But some of the clues we're getting here are suggesting to us, as the advice givers, that things might not be as serious as the writer thinks they are.
All right. So do you guys want to end on a funny / kind of uncomfortable one, or on a kind of real one that's actually kind of interesting?
Let's end on the serious one.
Okay.
I feel like that'll flow better.
All right, so
also, are you like editing this at all? Because we've been saying a bunch of random crap.
Yeah, I'll edit some stuff.
Hopefully not. It's this little thing. No edits.
That 100% is stated. All right. So the title of this one is I feel uncomfortable bathing my 7-year-old brother because he asks a lot of questions.
Like what? Like what kind of questions?
All right, let's see. I'm 25, and yes, I still live with my mom and little brother. He's my only sibling since my mom got accidentally pregnant, but I'm glad to have a brother. Yes, I do work full-time and am planning to move out by next year. My little brother is a handful because he's extremely curious and asks a lot of questions, even during class. My mom gets busy and I sometimes bathe him for her. When I bathe him, he doesn't say much until I start scrubbing his private places with a loofah. He asks why I'm touching it, and I tell him that I did not touch it and that there is a loofah touching it. I get very uncomfortable, and I sometimes wish he stops asking that question when I am scrubbing his body. What do I even say when he asks me this question?
I mean, how does the mom do it? like obviously, like the kid sees it as like obviously the kid, she's having to bathe him for her mom.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously the mom is usually the one that bathes him. So, but he obviously has some level of understanding as to like questioning why she's touching him there. That's like, does the mom just not go anywhere near that? Or like, it's weird. Like 7 years old, you should be cleaning yourself. I think.
That was going to be my question. Friends, when did all of you at what age start bathing yourself? Because I feel like I was showering on my own at 7. Maybe not. I don't know.
I think I was at least, I don't know when I started showering, but I was definitely bathing myself at that point.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably about time on this one to say, hey, man, you're going to have to start showering yourself.
Mm-hmm.
If that's too much, then I would say that, you're going to have to at least get him to do his privates himself.
Yeah,
like
that's like first or second grade. Like,
yeah,
they can do that.
Yeah. You say, okay, your turn.
Hands on the loofah. You do it now.
I'd say, because when you're 7, let's be real, you're probably not going to remember to scrub everywhere. So I'd say, maybe do the situation where, you let the kid shower by himself. Maybe you're standing on the other side of the curtain, just saying, did you remember to wash behind your ears? Do you remember to get the bottom of your feet? Do that. But I would say immediately stop giving this person a full bath. What I am interested in, just by reading the question, do you think that the person that is 25 and having to do this is a man or a woman?
Oh, it doesn't specify?
No.
Oh. Maybe that's the difference. Like maybe he's used to like the mom who's a female doing it, and now if it's like his older brother, then like now he's a man, and so maybe that confuses him. The kid. That might confuse the kid if there's like a difference in gender. But I don't know. I definitely assumed it was a woman.
Yeah, same.
But it could be if it doesn't specify. So man, maybe that's what's confusing the kid. I don't know.
I think the person just needs to talk to their mom.
Oh yeah, like, hey. I agree. I'm not like.
Dude,
I'm not like why is this kid confused?
No. Yeah.
None of us have brought up the mom in this situation. We're like, yeah, the mom's been great.
Imagine going to the mom being like, I don't think I can do this anymore. She's like, you weren't supposed to be touching me. You weren't supposed to be doing that.
Very uncomfortable.
I love
yeah, I think he or she should get out of that situation as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Like still help with your brother. But
no, just cut him out of your life altogether. It's gone too far now. There's no going back.
That's savage.
At the very least, let him scrub his private places by himself. And at the most, let him shower on his own. I think that a 7-year-old could handle it.
I agree. I have to agree. I'm glad we did not end on that one.
Yeah.
We'll see if this one's any better. If not, I have a couple of extras that we could end on. But this one's kind of serious, and I'm actually interested to hear you guys' responses.
We're mega geniuses.
Oh, yeah. So the question is, Sam, I feel like you've lost so much respect for me over the quorum of this phone call.
I was assuming that he had any for you to begin with.
It was up here, man. Still there. I had high amounts of respect. I just know that we see things differently. I haven't lost any respect for you.
Here we go. Last question. Is this considered cheating? So this person says, I believe it is a man. That's what I'm going to assume. He says, I'll try to keep this as short as possible. About a month and a half ago, I went on Yubo, which is a French social networking app designed to meet new people, according to Google. And he says he knows it's kind of lame, LOL. Because I was bored as hell from lockdown and met this girl. Let's call her Christina. I messaged her and, well, she turned out to be amazing. She has the mouth of a sailor, but she's funny and she's incredibly hot. We live way too far away from each other and we're planning on attending different colleges. So unfortunately, we knew nothing could actually happen. Still, we started texting all the time and I would call her at night to stay up late and watch movies together over FaceTime. I guess we became pen pals in a way, but I got a girlfriend not long after. The thing is, I still talk to Christina regularly. My parents and friends have no clue who she is since I have never told them, and I know it's the same for her even though she sees other guys. It's like we're each other's secret, and I still call her almost every night, even after nights I spent hanging with my girlfriend. We don't flirt or talk about anything sexual, but I feel like I love her more than I should. I've even watched her fall asleep because she's so beautiful. I don't know. Is this considered cheating? Obviously not in the physical sense, but is this emotional cheating? I don't want to break up with my girlfriend because I still wouldn't be able to have Christina in the end anyways.
I find this very interesting as well.
There's a lot of layers here.
Yeah, you could play devil's advocate either way and still come out with a right answer, because there's just like so many people look at cheating in a different way. Because my first question was going to be, are they flirting? Are they like talking about anything like sexually explicit? But he says that they aren't. I feel like, man, it's so weird because like they could just be close friends. But then at the end he said, but I love her more than I should. And that is the point where for me it became like semi-emotional cheating. Because it wasn't until he said, I love her more than I should, and I'm keeping it a secret. It'd be different if he was like, it's strictly a friend thing, and like, should I tell my girlfriend? It's like, yes, you should, like, the girlfriend should know about it. And then if it's just a friend thing, it's not a big deal as long as the girlfriend's not uncomfortable with it. But then she was like, but then he said, I'm more in love with him than I should be. And that is where the line from like not cheating to cheating was crossed for me in his description.
No, yeah, that makes sense. It is definitely an interesting vibe, especially with calling her almost every night.
Yeah, watching her go to sleep because she's so beautiful. That's what that other teacher's trying to do from the other question.
No, it's because her movie theories are just so good.
She has genuine interest in the topic.
I don't think the question is, to me, how I'm reading this question, which is obviously different. It's clear that if Christina lived in his area, he would 100% be dating Christina.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely, he's in love with Christina.
Mm-hmm.
But, Caleb, I feel like you would be the kind of person that doesn't believe in emotional cheating. That's just the vibe I get from you. Like, I feel like that's what you're going to say. Is like, it's not cheating because it's like he hasn't done anything.
I don't think so. I think there is a sense of emotional cheating. To me, it's like you can have a close friend that is of the opposite sex.
Yeah.
And to me, how it works in my head is like you can have a close friend that is of the opposite sex that you talk to every day. I don't care. And you can even be extremely close with them, but like your number one person, like that person that you talk to every day, that's like your close friend, just can't know everything. You know, there are some things that are just like your number one person has to be the person in the relationship, you know, when it comes to like talking about things, like your first go-to should generally be the person in the relationship. Now you can talk to the other person about it, but you just got to make sure that your number one person is the person you're in the relationship with. So it's interesting because both of them see other people, and both of them acknowledge that it's just not going to happen. And so it's like, you know, you can't.
Well, like for me, it's like you said at the beginning, it's like if they were closer, like if that girl all of a sudden moved over to where he was, it sounds like he would dump the girl he's currently dating to be with that girl. And 100%. that is where it is like, if you feel that strongly about it, it's like, I don't care that you can't do anything right now. You can't because it's physically not possible. It's not because you're making that choice. So I think that that's where it's like kind of like I would consider it cheating.
Yeah, I don't know. There's like something to be said about like maybe he should not break up with this girl yet and kind of try to invest more heavily into it. Like yeah, as an attempt to like get over this Christina girl. If that's the vibe, if you just want to keep talking to her, um, then you should probably break up with your girlfriend. But
I agree.
it depends, If you've told 100% you need, which I would assume. Do you guys think he has or has not told
He hasn't told.
the girlfriend?
No.
I seriously doubt it. It does not sound like he's told her.
Yeah.
Because he said we're each other's little secret.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I don't think I've met a female on this earth that would be okay with, oh, every night when you leave me, you go home and immediately call this other girl. Like that isn't going to make anybody feel good, So if she does know any of it, I highly doubt she knows the extent of their communication,
I wonder if Christina feels the same way, though.
No.
That's where I'm interested. Because like this could be this dude's really into Christina, but then like Christina's very devoted to her boyfriend, and maybe her boyfriend knows. I don't know. He said each other's secret, so I don't know. They
So they at least keep it civil.
I mean, yeah. I still think the part where he said I love her more. He has admitted he loves her more than he should. Like he knows it's wrong. Because like love is not strictly sex.
True. Yeah, I don't know. I would say if you are serious, I do not actually condone what I'm about to say, but if you are, I would say if you're crazy enough about Christina, that you feel like you are not going to be able to get over her. And keep in mind, these people are around 18 or 19 because they're planning to go to different colleges.
Oh, shoot.
They're seniors in high school, presumably. I would say if it's possible, entertain the idea of going to the college that she's going to go to.
I didn't realize they were like seniors in high school. I definitely thought these were like older people.
He's in the message. He says we live too far away from each other, and we're planning on attending different colleges. So unfortunately, we knew nothing could actually happen.
Wait? So are they already at college though? Like they were?
We're as in we apostrophe RE. We are.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I agree with you. Then I would entertain the idea of going to the same college.
Yeah.
Obviously,
if it's that important.
It obviously sucks for the person or people they are currently dating, but
it's also they're seniors in high school, so you'll bounce back. You're about to go to.
You will recover.
Regardless, I do think that what he's doing is considered cheating, but it also seems like he's crazy about this other Christina girl. So like I would agree with you about like he should consider trying to go to the same college as her so that they could like have a chance.
Yeah.
If she said something like, well, my boyfriend's coming with me, then it's like,
yeah. Read the signs for sure. Read the signs. But yeah, if you bring it up to this Christina girl and it's like fiscally possible, yeah, why not go for it? Another thing I would say is maybe before you commit to going to college in the same place, if you've never met this person in person, maybe just set up a week-long hang wherever they live during the summer.
A whole week?
Or maybe a weekend. It depends how far they live away. See if you can't set something up and, see each other in person, see the vibe. Because sometimes things can be working online and then you get in person and it's like not the vibe anymore. But yeah, I would say for me, I feel like they might be. I don't know what gives me this vibe, but I kind of think they're countries apart, not states apart. Given that this Yubo thing is a French social networking app.
What's it called? Yubo?
Yeah. It kind of looks like a Bumble Tinder thing, but like European.
European.
Yeah, I feel like most people in America use like Bumble, Tinder, or like that other one. I don't even know what it's called.
But apparently it's also available in 8 languages. So probably a lot of people use it. Who knows?
Yeah, I guess it depends on where they're from. Because like in America, we have states. But then like in Europe, like even if you live in different countries, it's like their countries are like kind of like closer to the size of our states. So it's like, it's still like conceivable to imagine that they're like close enough that they could, I don't know, they make it sound like it's impossible. So they could be like countries apart.
Yeah. It could be like an America-Europe situation.
Yeah.
I feel like this boy is American.
That's
just based on the fact that he said college and most from what I understand, not university. Yeah.
But she could be European, I guess.
But she could be European.
We also, I just realized this. It adds a whole other context to the thing. So this question came in 4 days ago on YouTube or on Yahoo Answers. And this dude has currently been talking to this person for a month and a half.
The Christina person for a month and a half? Oh, Lord. Children.
We went way deeper into this than we did.
Yeah, we were like...
They are not in love. They are not in love. They are not. You just think she's hot.
But I would absolutely still entertain the idea of going to the same college.
I mean, yes, but like this dude, a month and a half.
And also that means he said not long after he started dating this new girl. So like, you know.
So they've only been dating for like a month-ish.
Yeah, like under a month or something. So I'd say you're kind of in the clear right now. If you just continue what you're doing, but if your relationship,
if he's gonna break up with his current girlfriend, it needs to be like soon. It shouldn't be like it shouldn't be like 5 years down the road he's still talking to Christina or whatever.
I'd agree on that, but like you're a month in. Your relationship with this girl is absolutely not serious. Your relationship with Christina is also probably not that serious. So I'd say you're definitely in a place that you don't want to stay, but you could reside there for like a month or two longer, get your bearings, see what's up, and then you kind of got to make a decision. Because if we're saying that they are seniors in high school, which is probably true, seeing as they're planning on going to different colleges, they would be graduating here in a couple months. So I would say by graduation time, you need to know what you're doing.
Yeah, agreed. I definitely, in my head, was imagining these people were like 24, 25, or like a little older than that. And then like, oh, I'm in love with this girl. Like, Christina, man, I've been talking to her for years. She's an essential part of my life. A month. But I freaking love that girl, dude. I freaking love her.
I think I love her more than I'm supposed to.
She fell asleep on FaceTime, and I knew, man. I knew.
I just knew.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Is it considered cheating? Kind of.
If you are older than 18 and 19 and have known the person for longer, yes, emotional cheating. But alas, they are children and have only known each other for a month. So it means as everything does when you're 18, nothing.
Amen. Also, he's in Texas and she's in like Oklahoma, and they think it's like impossible to meet at that distance. She's 70 miles away, dude.
Yeah, Sam, why don't you close down the podcast?
How do I do that?
That's exactly why I'm putting you in the situation.
Because you don't know how to?
No, because I know that you don't know.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
I should be sitting up for this. Okay. What are we calling this podcast? The Jimothy?
Yeah, sure. I think it's technically the Montrel's Disciples podcast, but I think I also might post it on my my other YouTube channel as well.
So I'll just say our podcast. It's not going up on Spotify or any crap like that.
No.
So I don't know. This is weird. Thank you guys for listening to our podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. We got some really weird Yahoo questions, and they're not really about Valentine's Day, but if you want to go into, that's cool. Thank you guys for listening, and hope to see you again soon. Something weird like that.